Hello everyone, we're continuing on in Module 3 of CSC 121, Graphical Python Programming with PyQt5. We're going to work with combo boxes in this video. Now, your exam project for this module requires you to utilize a combo box as well as a label widget to display some different images. There's a separate video out there on how to use the label widget to display images. You will need that knowledge as well as the knowledge from working with combo boxes to do your exam. So let's get up to speed on a combo box. A combo box is simply a combination of a list widget and a line edit. So let's make a project or a UI file for our demonstration of combo boxes. I've already downloaded the Gui Template.py file and the Gui Template.ui file from Blackboard. They're out there in multiple places. I just started Qt Designer up, and I'm going to go ahead and put a label on our dialog so that folks will know what this combo box that we're going to use is going to do. Since we're not using this label in code anywhere, I'm not going to rename the label, but I am going to put some text in it. Select your account type. Hit enter. Okay. Now there's our label to describe the function of our combo box that we're going to put on here. I'm going to go ahead and save this UI file as combo box demo. Combo box demo. So we've got that. Let's put a combo box on here. You can find your combo box widget in the input widget section of the widget box toolbox over here on the left. So there's our combo box. Some folks may refer to this as a drop down, but it's actually kind of a combination of a list widget and a line edit. So you can see that I have put my combo box on the dialog form here, and I'm going to rename it. Triple click combo box account type. How's that? Make sure you hit enter so that Qt Designer takes your change. Combo box account type. We'll go ahead and save again. So you can add items to a combo box just like you can a list widget. You can add them at design time, which is where we are right now in Qt Designer, or you can add them at runtime. For simplicity's sake in this demo, I'm just going to add them at design time. So I've got the combo box widget already selected. I'm going to right click. Notice what's the top thing on the shortcut menu. Edit items. So let's add a few items here. I clicked on edit items. I'm going to click the plus mark here in the little pop-up, and there's our first item. We'll make it savings account. Hit enter. Click plus again. We'll make our next item current account. Hit enter. Next item, recurring deposit account. Enter. And the last one, fixed deposit account. Okay. So when I click OK, you can see that the savings account, the top one, is automatically displayed there. So we're going to use the a signal from our combo box to show that we can get to what's the text of this item inside the combo box. So in other words, when we're running this program, we'll drop the combo box down, we'll pick an item, and then we'll show that we can display the text of that item in a list, or not a list widget, but a label widget. So that being said, we need a label widget, and this time we will give it a label widget a name because we're going to use it in code. So there's our display widget section. There's a label. So we'll drag it over here to the form or dialog, and so that we can make sure we can see this when we're designing it, I'm going to go ahead and first give it a name. I triple clicked, and I'm going to call it label account type. Make sure you hit enter. Okay, that's label account type. We'll go ahead and set this to a WinPanel frame shape, and we'll make it sunken so that we can see it. And then let's take the text out of it. So hit enter, and now I've got this nice empty label that when we're selecting things here and running the program, our Python code will take whatever text is for the selected item and display it in our label. So at this point, I've already renamed it ComboBox Demo. I have my combo box named, and I have this label named. So we'll go ahead and click save. And then just to check our work, I'll close this, and then I'll open it back up, making sure that all the names took. I have label account type here. I have combo box account type, and we've got all these items added right here. So everything looks good. We'll go ahead and start working on our Python code. So here's the Gui template. There's the UI that we just designed. So I'm going to right click this and open it with Tani. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to save it as a new name. So let's see if we can get to module 3 and the combo box demo. And we'll name this combo box underscore demo.py. That matches our UI file. Okay, so to make this Python code that we just saved, we'll go ahead and change our comment up here at the top. Combo box underscore demo. Okay, we'll go ahead and change the GUI template that's being loaded, the UI, to combo box demo.ui, and save this code. And then let's make sure that everything works right now before we go any farther. There it is. You can see that I have the items here that I can select. Okay, and there's our label. So at this point, we're good to go with adding some new connections to some new signals. So it's not a whole lot of code to make this work. First thing we'll do is we'll connect our self.ui.combo box account type. Okay, here's where this is coming from. You see combo box account type. If we check our UI file, right here's combo box account type. So we're working with that. And then the signal that we're going to use is the current index changed. Now you can read about this in your textbook. This signal gets emitted by the ComboBox widget when the current index is changed. And we're going to connect that to self.display account type. That's the name of the method that we'll write, self.display account type. Okay, so that's really all that we need except for the method. So I indent under my class for my form and def display account type. Every method of the object has to get a reference to self passed to it. Okay, here's our one line of code that we need to add to make this work. Now, it is rather long, just warning you. Self.ui. The name of our label was label account type. Just make sure that that matches what we had here. Label account type, it does. Okay, so label account type dot set text. We've used that method before with labels. Okay, you have selected. Okay, we're going to concatenate that text with the text for whatever item in the combo box they have picked. So self.ui.comboBox account type dot current index, item text. Item text is the method to get whatever the text is on an item in that combo box. The first thing that it takes is it wants to know which item that we want to get the text from. So you're going to see this as being a little bit redundant, but self.ui.comboBox account type dot current index. Current index has this method will get the index of whichever item is currently selected. Okay, so that's what we're going to tell the item text method that we want. We want the text from this selected item, whatever one's current. Okay, now I need an additional parenthesis here. I need an additional parenthesis right here. If you'll notice, Tani is making them blue. This parenthesis matches up with the parenthesis on the item text method. So the item text method is going to get whatever index is currently selected. Now, this outer parenthesis is matching up with the set text property for our method of our label. So I told you it was going to be long, and it is. If you remember in Python, if you want to wrap to a new line, just to make this quite not so wide, we can do the backslash and then hit enter, and that lets us wrap a little bit. So you can see now that I wrap that line, and you can see that we're using the item text property to get the text of a specific item in that combo box. The item that we want the text for is the one at the current index. So with having done all that, we should be able to save this and run it. And let's see, I may have typoed something. It says that my form does not have a combo box account type. So let's see, that error is coming from this line. Let's see, that line right there. So combo box account type. So it's saying we don't have a combo box named that. So let's go check and see what that name is again here. Oh, you see I have a capital B there. Case sensitive, so we need to go back and change that little b to a capital B. So, or we can make it all lowercase. Let's see what we did here in our code. It's lowercase there. It's lowercase there. Why don't we go ahead and rather than changing it all here, let's just change it in our UI file to match our Python code. So right here, gonna triple click, gonna backspace, change that capital B to a little b, and then I'm gonna scroll to the right, hit enter, and then I'm gonna save this, and then I'm gonna close it, and then I'm gonna open it back to make sure that I have a little b there, and I do. So that's taken care of. Now back to Tawny. Gonna click the red stop sign to reset everything, clear the shell, and let's try this again. And it looks like it's working now. So let's pick savings account. Let's pick current account. Okay, so you can see you have selected current account. Now let's go back to savings account. Okay, you see that works. Recurring deposit account and fixed deposit account. So that's our simple little program that works. I want to show you how to, I told you a combo box was a combination of a line edit and a list box or a list widget. So let's take advantage of that and make this combo box editable, where we can go in and actually type a new item in here in our combo box. So in other words, use it to add items to the list. So it's a little bit more code to do this, but you may need to do it sometime in your professional life. So let's go ahead and connect up another event or another signal. We'll connect another signal to another method that we'll write. So it requires another method to make the combo box editable. So self.ui.combo.box account type. Okay. Edit text changed is the signal that we're going to capture, and we're going to connect that to self.text changed. It's a method that we'll write. We have to write a method to deal with the text when it's changed in that combo box. So we're going to go write that method now. So, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's come down and make a new method. Okay. Text changed. We're going to pass self to it because that has to be done for every method of our class, and we're indented under our myForm class. Okay, text changed. So we need to capture what row we're on. So I'm going to create a variable named row, and I'm going to capture the self.ui.comboBox account type.current index. Okay, so we have captured the row that we're on, currently on. So now we have that. Self.ui.comboBox account type. Okay. Dot set item text row comma self.ui.comboBox account type dot current text. Okay, so we had to write this method here to have something to capture and actually set the item text in our combo box to the new text that is being typed in. So, and in order for that set item text to work, it has to know what row and what text we want to be on that row. So, having done that, we're still not quite done. We have to do one more thing. We have to make our combo box editable. So let's change a property. Now you could have done this at design time, but we'll go ahead and do it here at runtime. Set editable true. Okay, that's going to make our combo box editable. So now that we've made it editable, that means we can change the item text in here. When the item text gets changed, we're going to fire this event to actually set the new text in the combo box. So let's see if we've got everything hooked up where this will work right now. So save my code, run it. Okay. Now let's go to a new item, current account. Okay. And I'm going to add some text to that current account. I'm going to hit space bar and say I changed this. Okay, and now when I hit enter, whoops, I didn't mean to hit enter. That was on the wrong thing here. Okay, current account. Okay, I changed this. Okay, savings accounts there. Now when I go back, you can see that it took it, didn't it? So that's how you can make a combo box actually editable, where the user could change items in here. Most of the time you don't need to do this, but if you ever have a situation where you need to allow the folks to edit the items that are in the combo box, you now know how to do that. It just takes adding a additional method, changing the property to make it editable. Here's the method that we added. You don't need to use these last two concepts here to make an editable combo box in your exam project, but you will need to work with a combo box to allow the user to pick a flag to be displayed. So, all right, good luck. That's how to use combo boxes.